The two bills should be read for the third time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Right, honorable colleagues, the Judgment Day. I'm sure if I should call for adjournment at this time, the nays will carry the day. Should I? Leader, are you sure you say nay or aye? Well, I will not take that bet. Let me do the needful because I know a lot of us are waiting for this particular moment. My call is that whatever we do, whatever is said, we should try and take in good faith. We believe that we have done the best we can to carry everyone along and to do the needful. There is not any bias or selfish interest put in whatever we are going to announce in the next few minutes. Thank you, honorable colleagues. I will read my remarks because today, incidentally, is also the last day of this legislative year, and we need to carry home some messages. So with your kind permission, I'll go ahead. Honorable colleagues, fellow citizens and members of the press, I'm highly honored to welcome you all to today's plenary, which marks the end of the legislative year in the first session of the 10th Assembly. Today, we will equally mark the commencement of committee activities in the 10th House of Representatives as we formally unveil and inaugurate the newly constituted standing committees of the House for members to begin to respond to the yearnings of our constituents through the discharge of our constitutional obligations. The House, since its inauguration on June 13, 2023, has made remarkable progress in solidifying its presence and fulfilling its duties. I understand that honorable colleagues have gotten their offices and settled in. The House has passed a bill on the provision of palliatives to cushion the impact of fuel subsidy, stoppage, and consider a good number of motions and bills in the past few weeks. The House has also set up ad hoc committees to investigate gas flaring and ministries, departments, and agencies on personnel recruitment and employment racketeering. The House has screened and confirmed the newly appointed service chiefs. The Committee on Legislative Agenda is concluding its assignment, and all this signifies the seriousness we have attached to the confidence the people repose in us. The inauguration of standing committees today not only marks the completion of the initial phase of settling down, but also underscores our dedication to efficient governance. Pursuant to Section 62 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, which empowers us to work through committees, I am glad to inform the House and the general public that the Selection Committee, which I chair, has concluded the constitution of committees for the House. The Selection Committee relied on the capacities, experiences, knowledge, competencies, skills, and legislative interest of members in assigning colleagues to different committees. This we did to ensure that we have round pegs in round holes. Indeed, we had to cope with the onerous task of assigning members to the different committees on the basis of the criteria listed earlier. Nonetheless, I'm not unmindful of the fact that in spite of the painstaking efforts of the Selection Committee in setting up these committees, not everybody will be satisfied in terms of choice of committees. I particularly carry a very heavy burden to appreciate members for their unanimous endorsement of my aspiration to lead this House. However, it is practically impossible to make every member a committee chairman or vice chairman. But let me remind you that there are limitless opportunities within the House, and I assure you that we will provide these opportunities for every member desirous of services to do so. While the outcome may not be perfect, favorable, or satisfactory to all, I have no doubt that the selection committee has done what could be considered to be in the best interest of the House and nation. It is therefore proper and fitting at this juncture to express my gratitude to members of the selection committee for their sacrifices and commitment in the constitution of the committees we are inaugurating today. My dear colleagues, you will recall that the leadership of the House has consistently assured members of its resolve to be fair to all, irrespective of political leanings and affiliations. There are no grade A, no the so-called juicy committees, as some erroneously often think. Every committee of the House enjoys equal status, powers, and privileges as mere working groups to discharge the mandate given to us by our constituents. The committee system, aptly described as little legislators by Woodrow Wilson, plays a crucial role in legislative bodies to its central role in the performing the bulk of legislative responsibilities and tasks. This system involves dividing the legislature into smaller component units, working groups, which aims to enhance efficiency, improve productivity, facilitate legislative oversight of other branches of government, promote citizens' participation in legislation, and enable detailed scrutiny of legislative instruments such as bills and motions. Let me state unequivocally that all members of committees have equal status and must be carried along as such. Committee chairmen are only administrative heads who must ensure the involvement of every member in the activities of committees. The principle of teamwork should guide our engagement in these committees. Committee chairmen must ensure that there are functional secretariats for their respective committees. This is very crucial as the House is redefining legislative work at the committees. All committees are now required to submit regular reports of their activities to the leadership of the House on a quarterly basis. Investigative hearings, public hearings, and reports from oversight functions have to be submitted to the House in plenary for further legislative action. Accordingly, the committees should draw up their work plans and submit them to the leadership of the House. Honorable colleagues, our responsibilities as lawmakers require diligence, probity, transparency, dedication, and commitment to national interest. I therefore charge you to be guided by these principles, even as we embark on the oversight of other arms of government. We must see the powers of oversight given to us by the Constitution as a means to promote good governance through compliance to the laws of the land. While urging the legislative committees to discharge their oversight functions dispassionately, may I solicit the cooperation of the executive arm in this regard. Separation of powers does not mean separation of government. We are one and the same government with the sole purpose of providing services to the good people of this nation. We remain committed to a harmonious working relationship with the executive in order to deliver on the mandate of the people all the time. However, we will not fail to bring full legislative powers to bear on recalcitrant MDAs. Dear colleagues, the openness project to which this House is committed requires that in conducting committee assignments, we should involve the citizens at all levels, including regular public hearings, oversight functions, and investigative hearings, as well as open other channels of engaging with the people at whose command we are all here. In keeping with our desire to build and improve the capacity of members and staff, we have established parliamentary friendship committees to promote engagement, interaction, exchange programs, and peer reviews with parliaments and parliamentary associations across the globe. This will enhance knowledge sharing and improve parliamentary practices and procedures. Owing to the high turnover in the legislature witnessed in the last general elections and the coming on board of these new committees, there is an urgent need to build the capacity of chairmen of committees and their deputies to prepare them for the onerous task ahead. It is in this wise that I call on the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILS, to immediately design a capacity building program that will equip the leadership of our committees with the adequate and requisite knowledge and skill on committee management, oversight function, investigative hearing, public hearings, and useful knowledge in this regard. Distinguished honorable colleagues, at this point, I will take a break to announce the committees we have in this 10th Assembly. Emergency and disaster management, we have as chairman Honorable Joseph Bassi, and he is APC from Cross Rivers. His deputy will be Honorable Bashir Usman Gorau, PDP, Sokoto State. AIDS, loans, and debt management, we have Honorable Abubakar Nalaraba, APC Nasarawa, as the chairman, while Honorable Larry Okundola, APC Lagos, as his deputy. Appropriation Committee, we have Honorable Abubakar Bichi as the chairman, Honorable Idu Igarwe, PDP Ebonyi, as his deputy. Constitutional Review, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Honorable Benjamin Kalu Abiam is the chairman of the committee, while Honorable Julius Ihovere will deputize for him. House Services, we have Honorable Amos Daniel Kaduna as the chairman, while Honorable Isha Lalu as the deputy. Alternative Education, we have Honorable Aliyu Ibrahim Al-Mustafa as the chairman, while Honorable Akinosi Olatunji is his deputy. Public Petitions, Honorable Mike Etaba is the chairman, while his deputy is Honorable Adamu Ibrahim Gamawa. Hydrological Services, HYPADEC, we have Honorable Mohamud Abdullahi Agaye as the chairman, while Honorable Apo Paul as his deputy. Committee on Ports and Harbour, we have Honorable Inoli Naji as the chairman, while Honorable Yemi Ali is his deputy. Agricultural Production and Services, we have Honorable Bella Kawoje as the chairman, while Honorable Kelechi Nwogu will be his deputy. Committee on Works, we have Honorable Akin Alabi as the chairman, while Honorable Architect Usman Banye as his deputy. Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, we have Honorable Ibori Suenu as the chair, while Honorable Jafuru Leko will be the deputy. Local Content, Honorable Boma Guded is the chair, while Honorable Sheomi is the deputy. National Planning and Economic Development, we have Honorable Ishaka Ibrahim as the chairman, while Honorable Clement Jimbo is the deputy. Committee on Food and Drugs Administrations and Control, we have Honorable Mrs. Regina Akwime as the chairperson, while Honorable Imeka Idu Godwin is the deputy. University Education, we have Honorable Abubakar Fulata as the chairman, while Honorable Ete Ipong as the deputy. Committee on Land Transport, we have Honorable Blessing Uno as the chair, while Honorable Fayinka Oluwatoyin as the deputy. Legislative Committee on Legislative Compliance, we have Honorable Yusuf Badaw as the chairman, while Honorable Gwacha Maureen Chingwe as the deputy. FCT Judiciary, we have Honorable David Zakaria as the chairperson, as the chairman, while Honorable Ibe Osonwa as the deputy. Committee on Finance, we have Honorable James Faleke as the chairman, while Honorable Said Musa Abdullahi as the deputy. Committee on Commerce, we have Honorable Ahmed Munir Lere as the chairman, Honorable James Barker as the deputy. Committee on Information Technology, we have Honorable Stanley Olaide as the chairman, while Honorable Jingi Rufai as the deputy. We have Committee on Agri-Colleges and Institutions. We have Honorable Akim Adeyemi as the chairman, while Honorable Idris Salman is the deputy. Committee on Judiciary. We have Honorable Wale Oke as the chairman, while Honorable Mohammed Danjuma is his deputy. Delegated legislation. We have Honorable Femi Bamishile as the chairman, with Honorable Okafo Dominic Ifeanyi as the deputy. Ecological Funds, we have Honorable Aminu Jaji as the chairman, while Honorable Oyedeji Najimdin Oyeshina as the deputy. Federal Capital Territory Committee, we have Honorable Mukhtar Betera as the chairman, while Honorable Chinedu Imeka Martins as the deputy. Federal Road Safety Maintenance Agency, we have Honorable Remi Husseini as the chairman, while Honorable Sadiq Angu Abdullahi is the deputy. Committee on Power, we have Honorable Victor Nwokolo as the chairman, while Honorable Joshua Ghana will be his deputy. Maritime Safety, Education and Administration, we have Honorable Khadija Bukar as the chairperson, with Honorable Uduak Ududro as the deputy. Northeast Development Commission, we have Honorable Usman Zanna as the chairman, with Honorable Kabir Yusuf as the deputy. Committee on Public Accounts, we have Honorable Bamidele Salami as the chairman, and Honorable J.J. Umaru as the deputy. Committee on Federal Character, we have Honorable Ahmed Idris Wase as the chairman, with Honorable Adebayo Adepoju as the deputy. Committee on Air Force, we have Honorable Al-Hassan Rurum as the chairman, with Honorable Rufus Ojawo as the deputy. Army, we have Aviation, we have Honorable Abdullah Idris Garba as the chairman, with Honorable Festus Akimbaso as the deputy. Communication, Honorable Peter Apatison is the chairman, Honorable Balani Usman Midala as the deputy. Custom and Excise, we have Honorable Leke Abejide as the chairman, and Honorable Shehu Hassan Husseini as the deputy. Committee on Defense. Defense. I can't read the name very well. Oh, I can see now. Honorable Jamie Benson as the chairman, and Honorable Ahmed Kalambaina as the deputy. Electoral Matters, we have Honorable Bayo Balogun as the chairman, and Honorable Adamu Yakubu as the deputy. Foreign Affairs, Honorable Abdul Mumin Jibrin is the chairman, with Tijani Zanna Zakaria as the deputy. Gas Resources, we have Honorable Nicholas Mutu as the chairman, with Honorable Mustafa Tijani Gali as the deputy. Health Institutions, We have Honorable Amos Magaji as the chairman, with Honorable Adeshola Adedayo as the deputy. Healthcare Services, Honorable Yusuf Tanko Sununu is the chairman, while Honorable Basi Akiba is the deputy. Interior, we have Honorable Aminu Chindo as the chairman, with Honorable Ganiyu Ayuba as the deputy. National Security and Intelligence, we have Honorable Ahmed Satomi as the chairman, with Honorable Stanley Nwodo as the deputy. Navy, we have Honorable Yusuf Gadi as the chairman, with Honorable Abdullahi Umar Kamba as the deputy.
Honorable colleagues, you don't clap when we are in the plan, please.
Petroleum Resources Upstream, we have Honorable Alassane Adodogwa as the chairman, and Honorable Stacey Wingan as the deputy. Petroleum Resources Downstream, we have Honorable Ikenga Oguchinyere as the chairman, and Honorable Aliyu Mustafa Abdullah as the deputy. Police Affairs, Honorable Maki Eleman is the chairman, with Honorable Ahmed Adewale as the deputy. Rules and Business, we have Honorable Francis Waye as the chairman, with Bello Ambarura as the deputy. Water Resources, we have Honorable Sadu Soli as the chairman, with Honorable Musa Aga Avia as the deputy. Housing and Habitat, we have Honorable Aminu Balele as the chairman, and Honorable Lare Oladepo Alomweleye as the deputy. Industry, we have Honorable Dolapo Badru as the chairman, with Honorable Saad Wada Taura as the deputy. Committee on Insurance and Actuaries Matters, we have Honorable Ahmad Jaha as the chairman, with Honorable Ebi David Four as the deputy. Labor, Employment and Productivity, we have Honorable Abeyoga Ade Farati as the chairman, with Honorable Yusuf Bashir as the deputy. Third Fund and Other Services, this name is not too clear too. Maybe I should jump it. I think I'm seeing like Chinda written there. Honorable Miriam Onoa, the chair, with Honorable Aliyu Bapa Misau as the deputy. Constituency Outreach, we have Honorable Dixon Tagir as the chairman, with Honorable Adewale Adebayo as the deputy. Environment, we have Honorable Julius Pondi as the chairman, with Honorable Tasir Ubo as the deputy. Public Procurement, we have Honorable Idem Oyime as the chairman, and Honorable Sani Ibrahim Tanko as the deputy. Capital Market and Institutions, we have Honorable Bob Solomon as the chairman, with Honorable Umar Mukhtar Zakari as the deputy. FCT Area Councils and Auxiliary Matters, we have Honorable Fred Abedi as the chairman, with Honorable Peter Apanke as the deputy. Information, National Orientation, Ethics and Values, we have Honorable Steve Fatoba as the chairman, and Honorable Nazib Bello Yusuf as the deputy. Interparliamentary Relations, we have Honorable Mark Esset as the chairman, with Honorable Anemero Dekeri as the deputy. Justice, we have Honorable Olumide Oshoba as the chairman, with Honorable Sonde Umeha as the deputy. Media and Public Affairs, we have Honorable Aki Rotimi as the chairman, with Honorable Philip Abese as the deputy. Niger Delta Ministry, we have Honorable Ogona Ozoribo as the chairman, Honorable Hassan Mohammed Danjuma as the deputy. Pensions, we have Honorable Hussein Jallo as the chairman, with Honorable Olaide Latif Mohammed as the deputy. Poverty Alleviation, We have Honorable Tijani Jobi as the chairman, with Honorable Billy Osawuru as the deputy. Public Service Matters. We have Honorable Sani Bala as the chairman, with Honorable Amadou Kabiru as the deputy. Committee on Rural Development, we have Honorable Marcos Onobun as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Abdul as the deputy. Science and Technology, we have Honorable Bagos Musa as the chairman, with Honorable Jonathan Okodiko as the deputy. Committee on Solid Minerals, we have Honorable Jonathan Gaza as the chairman, with Honorable Ojo Makanjola as the deputy. Special Duties, we have Honorable Kabir Tukura as the chairman and Honorable Kanis Nwachuku as the deputy. Committee on Sports, Honorable Ikeni Adams as the chairman and Honorable Jajer Mohammed Buba, the deputy. Still, we have Honorable Zainab Gimba as the chairperson, with Honorable Det Yusuf Umar as the deputy. Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, we have Honorable Wale Raji as the chairman, with Honorable Sheikh Mohammed Bello, the deputy. Youth Development, we have Honorable Martis Essen as the chairman, with Honorable Adebisan Joseph, the deputy. Culture and Tourism, we have Honorable Karim Abisodun as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Mukhtar, the deputy. Drugs and Narcotics, we have Honorable Abbas Abowarin as the chairman, Honorable Dankawi Idris, deputy. Federal Road Safety Commission, we have Honorable Darren Ade Sida as the chairman, with Honorable Mansour Musa, deputy. Women Affairs and Social Development, we have Honorable Kafilat Obara as the chair, with Honorable Amadi Blaisen Shigeru, the deputy. Science Research Institutions with Modification, we have my dear sister, Honorable Benila as the chair, with Honorable Chijoke Okereke, the deputy. Police Institution, we have Honorable Mohammed Salu Gire as the chair, with Honorable Ofia Nogodwin, the deputy. Committee on Public Assets, we have Honorable Ademorin Kuye, chairman, with Honorable Dabo Ismail Haruna, deputy. Committee on Shipping Services, we have Honorable Abdusamad Desuki as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Ahmed Sani, the deputy. Federal Polytechnics, Committee on Federal Polytechnics, we have Honorable Boyega Nasuru Isiaka as the chairman, with Honorable Agwe Daladi as the deputy. Committee on Federal Colleges of Education, we have Honorable Aliu Wakili Boya as the chairman, with Honorable Uguru Emmanuel as deputy. Committee on Basic Education Examination Boards, we have Honorable Oboku Abonzibe Oforji as the chairman, with Honorable Seka Yorchon as the deputy. Committee on Basic Education, we have Dr. Mark Hosseini as the chairman, with Honorable Mukhtar Shagaya as the deputy. Committee on Science Engineering, we have Honorable Tafik Ajili Soro as the chairman, with Honorable Shehu Rijau, the deputy. Committee on Petroleum Midstream, we have Honorable Okoji Odi as the chairman, with Honorable Koiki Sagir as deputy. Committee on Civil Societies and Development Matters, we have Honorable Victor Obuzo as the chairman, with Honorable Sani Lawal as deputy. Cooperation and Integration for Africa, we have Honorable Komoti Laori as the chairman, with Honorable Dennis Namdi Abo, the deputy. Committee on Diaspora, we have Honorable Adamutanko as the chairman, and Honorable Balara Biu is deputy. Committee on Financial Crimes, We have Honorable Ginger Nwosibe as the chairman, with Honorable Moshood Oshun as the deputy. Committee on Internal Security of the National Assembly, we have Honorable Mohammed Ibrahim Garba as the chairman, with Honorable Okeke Jonas as the deputy. Legislative Library Research and Documentation Committee, we have Honorable Yusuf Galambi as the chairman, with Honorable Obika Joshua as deputy. Committee on Populations, we have Honorable Prince Jimmy Odimayo as the chairman, with Honorable Awalu Abdu Gwalabe as the deputy. Committee on Anti-Corruption, we have Honorable Kayode Akiolu as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Abba as deputy. Committee on Climate Change, we have Honorable Okonta Chris as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Jamilu as deputy. Committee on Ethics and Privileges, we have Honorable Garba Inua as the chairman, with Honorable Sesu Ikaga as deputy. Committee on Reform of Government Institutions, we have Honorable Seydou Yusuf Miga as the chairman, and Honorable Oboldo Mitema as deputy. Committee on HIV, AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malarial Control, we have Honorable Amobi Oga as the chairman, with Honorable Isa Dogonyaro as the deputy. Committee on Human Rights, we have Honorable Abiola Makinde as the chairman, with Honorable Mudassir Sulem Lukman Alani as the deputy. Committee on Lake Chad, we have Honorable Sani Nazifi as the chairman, with Honorable Okodiko Jonathan as the deputy. Committee on Legislative Budget and Research, we have Honorable Mohamed Bayo as the chairman, with Honorable Obeta Chidi as the deputy. Committee on Islamic Pilgrims Affairs, we have Honorable Jafar Ali Mohammed as the chairman, with Honorable Chiroma Mohammed Garba as deputy. Committee on Christian Pilgrims Affairs, we have Honorable Festus Adefaranyi as the chairman, with Honorable Okere Tochukwu Chinedu as the deputy. Committee on Political Matters, we have Honorable Zakaria Dauda Yampa as the chairman, with Honorable Bella Hassan Shinkafi as the deputy. Committee on Privatization and Commercialization, we have Honorable Hamis Ibrahim Chidari as the chairman, with Honorable Hinka Aluko as the deputy. Committee on Reformatory Institutions, we have Honorable Chinedu Oga as the chairman, and Honorable Umar David as deputy. Committee on Treaties, Protocols, and Agreements, we have Honorable Yusuf Rabiu as the chairman, with Honorable Amir Yusuf Doro as the deputy. Committee on Inland Waterways, we have Honorable Ojotu Ojemi as the chairman, with Honorable Abubakar Ahmad as the deputy. Committee on Urban Development and Regional Planning, we have Honorable Abient Awaji as the chairman, with Honorable Abdulakim Kamilu Ado as the deputy. Committee on Women in Parliament, we have Honorable Fatsuma Talba as the chair, with Honorable Debiagu Eugene Okechukwu as the deputy. Committee on Disabilities, we have Honorable Dr. Bashiru Dawodu as the chairman, with Honorable Adamu Sani as the deputy. Committee on Safety Standards, we have Honorable Abiola Akilade as the chairman, with Honorable Akarachi Amadi as the deputy. Committee on Small and Medium Enterprises, we have Honorable Mansour Soro as the chairman, with Honorable Obed Shehu, the deputy. Committee on Renewable Energy, we have Honorable Victor Afam Ogene as the chairman, with Honorable Ismail Dalaha Kusada as the deputy. Committee of Youth in Parliament, we have Honorable Olamiju Akala as the chair, with Honorable Ibrahim Mohammed as the deputy. Committee on Banking Regulations, We have Honorable Mohammed Bello El-Rufai as the chair and Honorable Salisu Koko as the deputy. Committee on Banking Institutions, we have Honorable Ize Nwachuku Ize as the chairman with Honorable Mohammed Aminu as deputy. Committee on Digital and Electronic Banking, we have Honorable Dennis Edahosa as the chairman with Honorable Ajia Abdurrahman as the deputy. Committee on Host Communities, we have Honorable Dumi Deko as the chairman with Honorable Abdul Karim Hussein Ahmed, the deputy. Committee on Corporate Social Responsibilities, we have Honorable Professor Lilian Obiagu Orobu as the chair, with Honorable Afuape Afolabi, the deputy. Committee on Specialty Healthcare, we have Honorable Alex Obona as the chair, with Honorable Lawal Shetima as the deputy. Committee on Rural Electrification, we have Honorable Ibrahim Bukar as the chairman, with Honorable Ozigi Mohamed Tijani as the deputy. Committee on Aviation Technology, we have Honorable Thomas Iretomi as the chairman, with Honorable Yahya Suleiman Richifa as the deputy. Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation of Standing and ad hoc committees, we have Honorable Obi Ogocha as the chairman, with Honorable Sani Igidi Abdulrahim as the deputy. Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation of Implementation of Legislative Agenda, we have Honorable Patrick Umo as the chair, with Honorable Chingwe Enabule as the deputy. House Committee on Institutional Reforms, we have Honorable Emmanuel Upon Udo as the chairman, with Honorable Abdullah El-Rashid as the deputy. Distinguished colleagues, these are the standing orders. These are the standing committees. I will go ahead and read the friendship committees. Do we have it there? We'll get there. The friendship committees. Members are on board, or at least have been prepared. We will send the list through our online platform for those who may want to access later. And for the benefit of those who might not have had their names, besides the 80 people who will be calling on this friendship committee, I want to assure you these committees are work in progress. We are not done with them. There are still some few that we have not been able to bring on board. In due course, we will announce the names of the leadership of those committees. You should please rise up, all those that have had their names be mentioned for chairman or deputy chairman, please. Honorable colleagues, by the powers conferred on me by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and our standing rules, I hereby inaugurate the standing committees and charge you to be committed to the promotion of peace, order, and good governance of our nation. Thank you as I wish you success in the discharge of your various committee assignments. Good luck and best wishes. You may sit down, please. Honorable colleagues, leave, but because of the importance of some of the ad hoc committee assignments we have given, we want to advise that those who may want to opt to continue with their ad hoc assignment are free to do so that we'll be able to cover a lot of mileage by the time we come back. Thank you.